Well, thank you so much for taking the time to listen and to watch a little bit more of the opportunity of Premier Designs. Premier started in 1985 and we're celebrating our 30th year. It's a phenomenal company built on biblical principles that was started for moms to be able to stay at home and for there to be funding of missions and ministries. And I'm Leah Mitchell. I've been a part of Premier since 2001. My husband and I were fairly newlyweds when we started Premier, and although we had great careers, I was a dental hygienist. We still just didn't have enough to make ends meet. We had a ton of credit cards and really thought we had to have everything it took our parents 40 years to get. So we decided we needed something, part-time income, and so we started this, never knowing that it would be something that would change our lives and that would be so enriching to us. So we hope that you're encouraged by the information that I give, and that if it's not for you, it's an opportunity you can pass along to somebody else. But I want to share with you, first of all, the two things that Premier gives us as a company for us to start our own business that keeps us in business, gives us longevity. The first thing is, of course, we're a visual product. It's jewelry, so it's something that we get to wear and we get to advertise in our everyday lives, but it is handcrafted, so there's a chance that something could have happened that could have been prevented at the manufacturer, like a clasp to break, a stone to fall out, a kink in the chain. So Premier has a guarantee for us. It's called our Golden Guarantee. And within the first 60 days of a purchase, if anything happens to the jewelry that could have been prevented at the manufacturer, you can send it back. It's absolutely free. After that 60 days, it's just a $5 fee plus tax, and they'll replace it with a brand new piece. And what that does for us as jewelers is it just really makes any negative turn into a positive. The worst thing that could happen is a piece of jewelry breaks. So we're able to provide great customer service by way of Premier providing that for us. And you know, one of the biggest concerns I had when I started Premier was, outside of my regular circle of friends and family, who's going to be next? Well, because we have a visual product, it allows us to open up conversation with people that we never would have known. They compliment our jewelry, and we get to tell them thank you. It's part of the line of jewelry that we give away for free. So that visual product is really what gives us business outside of that realm. And that leads to the next thing that Premier does for us, is they offer us the opportunity to give away a ton of free jewelry. So our hostess plan is bar none. If you were to investigate, you know, there's really nothing out there that touches it, and it's what allows absolute strangers to want to book jewelry shows with us, regardless of our personality or sales background. The hostess plan is what captivates them and lets them see that it's a wise opportunity for them to invite you to their home or office or to a restaurant, get some girlfriends together and get some free jewelry. Our hostess plan is that every lady gets 30% of their total retail sales in free jewelry. And that in itself is more than really any other company out there. It's huge. And all you pay as a jeweler for the fee for that jewelry, whether it's $100 or $1,000 and free, is $8. Then our hostesses can purchase up to 8 items, half price, depending upon how much the show is. That's just an added incentive for ladies to want to book. But it's also what adds back to their free jewelry. So whatever they spend on half price, they get more free, not costing us any more. And then there's 2 gift cards, and those are probably my favorite thing, because they're what has kept me in business over all these years, over 1,250 jewelry shows, is that every lady that has $100 in pre-sales and at least keeps her date that she originally scheduled, then she gets a $50 gift card from Premier and free jewelry. And then the other gift card is for when a hostess has 3 friends that decide that they'd like to get some free jewelry themselves, then she gets another $50 gift card for that. Each one of those gift cards costs us $6, so the most it can cost us is $20 out of pocket for all the free jewelry that we get to give our hostesses. And that's huge. You know, it's just a great opportunity for them. It's a way for us to be a blessing. Now the next 2 things is how we make money in this business. And I mentioned the jewelry showing. It's the best investment of your time. But regardless of how we sell the jewelry, whether it be a jewelry showing or a catalog order that a lady collects, or just an individual sale to a person, we make 50% on a profit on the retail sale of the jewelry, and we get paid first with no quotas, no sales reports. We don't wait on that money to come in from the company. We sell a piece of jewelry, we are paid immediately. So the home show, of course, is the best investment, like I said, of our time, and a captivated audience where that we're making 50%. But the other 2 forms are a great way as well. And then the other way that we make money is that we can actually decide to take this from being a part-time source of income, depending upon how many times you want to show the jewelry is how much you make 50%, but you can also offer that gift to somebody else to make 50% as well. And by doing that, you decide to grow your own Premier family, and Premier rewards you with a 10% payment and commission off of whatever they submit to the company. So for instance, if you have a jeweler in your first level that does a $500 jewelry show, she makes $250 immediately, and then $250 is sent to the company. And of that $250 that she sends to the company, then Premier pays 10% back to the upline levels, 3 levels deep. So when you bring someone in, and they bring someone in, and they bring someone in to make 50%, you as the mom, grandma, great-grandma, make 10% in commissions 3 levels deep. And that's what can take this from being, like I said, a part-time source of income to something that can be a phenomenal career opportunity. And we all know that network marketing is the way our new economy is working and growing. And so this is just a great opportunity for those who want to work it part-time or make this a career choice for them and really change their life. And that's what I chose to do with my business, and it's afforded me the opportunity to quit my job 10 years ago and be a stay-at-home mom to my 2 little boys, as it has been for a lot of ladies all over the country. Now the next thing is the investment into Premier, and for that I'm really proud. It's our job security that Premier is not just fly by the seat of your pants, $50 investment that everybody in the whole world is doing. Premier costs $395 to get started, and with that investment you're paying for a ton of services that you'd probably be investing even more so if you had to pay for those individually. What that $395 covers, just briefly, is that they do all of your shipping and packaging of orders for you. So when a show is held, all of the orders are packaged and sorted and sent to the hostess, so you have no deliveries. They also cover all your personal shipping on any items that you want for the entire year that you've paid that $395. So if you order catalogs, all of those are sent to you without you paying additional shipping. And then they provide a website for you so you can keep up with communication and place your orders. You don't have to buy any kind of software. And then the bulk of that $395 is, of course, your business licensure for the year that you're a jeweler, as well as they file your state sales tax for you. That for me was huge, because I know as a small business owner you usually pay quarterly taxes for state sales tax to be filed, and with Premier that $395 is for a whole year. They do that in any state, so there's no territories. You can go wherever. And if you were to look into that as an accountant, you'd probably pay quarterly around $300 or more just to have that service provided. So after 1 year, you pay a renewal fee. It's $350 to remain a jeweler. But like I said, we make half of everything that we sell. So have a couple jewelry shows and reinvest back into your business. To me, when I was cleaning teeth, that was kind of like my continuing education. You know, you pay your licensure every year, and that you would do with any small business. So I'm excited that Premier does that. It's our job security to keep people in Premier that are working, and those that aren't working anymore, they can become hostesses and customers again, instead of putting us out of business by just selling the jewelry at cost to their friends. Well, the other investment that you want to make as a jeweler is jewelry. I mean, you can become a jeweler and have a success kit that also comes with that $395 with order forms and catalogs and so forth to do a few shows. But it's much like a shoe store. If you were to go in and there was nothing but catalogs, you're probably not going to have the opportunity to try on shoes for one, or find a pair that you absolutely love. So as a jewelry boutique owner, you want to have a boutique. You want to have jewelry so that people can see that, touch it. We all know women are visual, so they're going to want to try it on. So Premier has a couple options. One is you can, as a jeweler, go through the catalog and buy anything you want half price at any time. Or you can let Premier pick for you the top selling pieces that they know are selling all over the country. And what they've put together is called My Premier Boutique. It's actually 40 pieces of pre-selected jewelry, and the retail value of that jewelry alone is $1,200 thereabouts. So if you were to purchase it as a jeweler, you'd get to buy it for about $600. But because Premier knows you need jewelry to be successful when you get started, not only do they discount that jewelry even more to make it $475, so it's 65% off of the retail. They also include a carrying case and trays and displays and a cloth so that you can look professional anywhere you display the jewelry. And I just love that, because it just makes every person that starts Premier have kind of a basis for what to do, and makes you look professional, like I said, anywhere that you go. So I know that those two investments, of course, are something maybe scary for you. I don't know. It was for me. We had $37 in our checking account when I looked at doing Premier as an investment. And we also couldn't get approved for Premier's third-party financing, which they do offer with 6 months deferred interest. It's with approved credit, but it's an awesome option with any cosigner that you want. We weren't able to do that, so we took out a loan from the bank, and within 3 weeks we had that investment paid back. But there are options. I always tell people, you know, money aside, if you could see yourself doing this, then we just need to help you find a way to come up with the money. Most people that are looking at Premier are looking for an extra source of income, so if you just had the money to write a check, you may not even be looking at this. So from that moment, though, what's fun is you get to have a training show when you get started, where you get to be the hostess and the jeweler, so you get to start making money right away to pay back towards your investment. Plus, in your boutique, you may not have everything you love. So from that training show, you're going to get to pick out all of the free jewelry. You can put some of those fun pieces that you're enjoying a whole lot into your collection and make those a part of your sample display so that you can in turn show those at all the future shows you have. And then another concern I had was, am I always going to be reinvesting in jewelry? Well, right away Premier starts to incentivize you with free jewelry as a jeweler for just working your business. And from your training show, within your first 45, 60, 90 days, they reward you with free jewelry for doing a certain amount of shows. It's really exciting, and it's a great way to continue to add to your collection, which, by the way, every bit of your investment into Premier and jewelry that you purchase as your time goes on is a tax deduction. So it's a great way to decrease what you're paying in, as well as, increase what you might get back in your taxes on a regular basis. So I just love Premier. I love the blessing it is. My little blessing here that just woke up. We had a feeling he'd do that. And it's just been a dream for us and what it's allowed for us in our family. And I just prayerfully hope that if this is something you're considering, that God will open a door for this to be an opportunity for you. Thanks.